So I was going through a couple of the books that I have pre-ordered for September. I don't typically pre-order books. Mostly because I also like, unless it's an author or something that I'm like super freaking pumped about. But I get a lot of new releases just through Book of the Month and Aardvark, Aardvark is the beast freaking knees. Really love Aardvark. But I noticed we're getting into autumn. Autumn is the best. Clearly, there's some new horror coming out. There's some sci-fi coming out. Some fantasy. I feel like winter, when it cools down a bit, is really cozy time to get all, I don't know, literated. Start reading a bunch. So there's just a few that I'm really excited about, and I thought I would talk about them. Maybe you're really excited too. There's a bunch of authors I've never read, and there's a few authors that I have read. There's some on here that are authors I'm familiar with, but haven't got the chance to read yet, too. It's also a thing. So the first one is Scion by James Islington. Really, really excited about this. It is a techno thriller, cyberpunk. I really like cyberpunk as a genre of sci-fi. I like the books, I like the movies, I like the video games. All of it is wonderful. And this one is supposed to be like a mashup of Ghost in the Shell meets John Wick. Not entirely sure how that works out because I've looked for a few different blurbs. Honestly, I put this on my list because it's like cyberpunk thriller, absolutely. And he wrote Will of the Mini, which I have the first one of that duology. I just haven't read it yet. But I saw it and I was like, yes, that. I want that. Comes out September 1st. Kicking off strong. But there's not a lot really written about it other than this guy, I think, is some sort of killer, assassin. He kills people that are lifers. That's weird. I don't have a lot on it, but I'm down for it. It's a little bit of a smaller book, which is nice to have. I think the Will and Minnie's a little chunky. That's okay. Once in a while, I like to throw something smaller in there. Another one, I actually have this one pre-ordered, The Knave in the Moon by Rachel Gillig. I haven't read the first one. I really wanted to read the first one, and I wanted the really pretty sprayed edge edition. Apparently, I completely missed buying it. And then I saw that the second one was coming out, and I thought, screw it, I'm just going to buy it. I'll have the pretty edition, the non-pretty edition. I'm kind of bummed about it, but I don't really care. I'm not missing out this time. I don't really care that about a pretty edition. So much of this is just thrifted secondhand books, but once in a while it is really pretty and I do want it. So I pre-ordered that one. I'm excited. Nice. I feel like I don't typically go for romantasy. I like fantasy's cool with like a splash of romance in there. Fine, awesome. But this one is like purely romantasy, so. But it has wonderful reviews. I'm still excited for it anyway. So next one is She's a Doll by Barbara Truelove. It's a comedy horror. I really should have picked it. I almost got it in my aardvark for this month and I didn't, so I might just bump it to next month if I don't have 3 coming out immediately. But you have your main character Lucy, and she is murdered. This is a little bit like Child's Play, Chucky. She's murdered. And she comes back as a doll, possesses a doll, to go find the guy who killed her so she can kill him. It's a tale of revenge from a doll. So this is absolutely going to be some comedic horror. I'm expecting Child's Play. But like, more awesome. One I am really excited about is Blacktail by Scott Hawkins. And admittedly, I saw the cover of it. It has a wolf. Me and my wolves, I love my wolves. And I immediately thought, hey, what's that one about? This is a wolf named Blacktail, and he is in close relationship with the old god of the forest. Issue is that his mate, who was a dog, which doesn't really happen that much in real life, but anyway, his mate was killed, and men are encroaching on this territory. So this is protect the forest, take revenge, kill man. Go Wolves! Pretty excited about this. I love books that have old gods, like that whole entire thing. This kind of seems like a dark fantasy, but I love stories with old gods. So if you have anything like that, shoot it my way. This one seems kind of weird. It's called Serenity Falls by C.J. Tudor. I've never read anything by this author, but the premise of it is something I've kind of seen before. So the main character, Dan, and his daughter, they're relocating from the UK to this quaint, idyllic little town in the US that is supposed to be, where you make friends with neighbors, there's no crime, everybody's happy, and things seem that way at first until they find a body in their pool in their backyard. Kind of throws things a little sideways, right? And then they start to notice weird things around town, like houses that are suddenly abandoned. Like the people just up and left, there's still stuff there, which I've never encountered that with a house, but I have encountered it with a campsite when I was younger. Some friends and I went camping, and we pulled up and realized the campsite next to us was abandoned, but they left the tent and they left food on the barbecuer and they left a baby crib and the tent was slashed open and it was very creepy. So I get it a little bit. And there is a woman who goes around town putting up flyers for some kid who disappeared 25 years ago. Weird. And an ice cream truck. Not that ice cream trucks are inherently creepy, but they are like clowns where they're either creepy or not. And this ice cream truck goes around town at night, making sure that everybody's tucked away, sawing them logs. It's weird. It's very weird. I feel like there was a movie that was similar to this that came out a few years ago. Can't remember what it was called, where everybody was in this, like, where all the men were part of like this program and everybody was in this little idyllic kind of Stepford's Wives. I don't know, one of the wives starts realizing things are wrong, and I cannot remember what it was called. It was very strange. It was really good, but I'm excited about this. Seems really cool. Another one is Exit Party by Emily St. John Mandel. So she wrote Station 11, which I have not read. I bought it and I tried to read it and I don't know, if I wasn't in the mood, I just couldn't get into it and I just put it back. Like, I didn't even try. I got like a chapter and it wasn't that far or something. So maybe it's something I should go back to. Good enough that it got a TV show, a TV adaptation. So it's obviously a good book. I just wasn't vibing at the moment, I guess. But this one is takes place in like 2031, 2032, something like that. Post-apocalyptic, well, yeah, dystopian. America's at war with itself. Go figure. Such is our life. I don't know. And California has seceded. And there's a big party being thrown after people are let out of jail and all sorts of stuff, and everybody's having a party that, hey, they're in LA having a party with all this, that they seceded, people are let in jail, life's starting over, they are their own peoples now, and the main character and her friend are there, and they realize there's a lot of people here that are not supposed to be here, and things are just wrong and off, as much as it could be more wrong and more off from a post-apocalyptic dystopian world where the US is just splitting and fracturing. Seems really interesting. Kind of speculative fiction. So I'm excited. I didn't pre-order it, but I'm excited. Probably just rent it from Libby. 10 out of 10. Also recommend Libby. So this other one is Please Remain Seated by Marcus Kleiwer. I read his book a few months back, Caretaker, which was really, really good. I thoroughly enjoyed that. And this one is actually 3 short stories in one. The first one is a woman misses her plane and she's told to board this other plane to make up for it, but she finds out she's the only passenger on the plane. Where are they going? You don't know. The world may never know. She sure as hell doesn't know. The second story is somebody in the Pacific Northwest. They're driving along. Shout out to the Pacific Northwest. I haven't looked up this author, but I'm assuming that they live in the Northwest, considering Caretaker also took place in Oregon. But this guy's driving along the road and hits something. It's a creature feature. Doesn't know, is it injured? Should he go after it? Is it going to attack and kill him? No idea. Third story is somebody who is a inexperienced, they're brand new to diving, and they're going off with this, like, I don't know, really well-trained diving team on that's supposed to be a very simple exploratory dive. And things go completely sideways. You will never catch me diving, quite frankly. It is not going to happen. We're not doing it. But anyway, those sound really great to me. And then we have Threshing Day by the one and only Rebecca Yarros. Pretty sure everybody knows about this at this point. People are probably a little bit disappointed when she announced it because they were expecting the fourth in the Empyrean, but this is going back to Threshing Day, and it's 13 short stories from some of our favorite characters, what their experience was with Threshing Day. And quite frankly, I think it's, knowing her, these are probably stories that she had written and they just didn't make it into the book, and she expanded upon them even more. I mean, we love these characters. Come on, give me one with Roddick. I don't know. I'm excited for it. I actually pre-ordered this one. It comes out at the end of the month. And then we got this last one is The Snow Witch by Kirsty Ferry. So I've never heard of her. But this takes place in the 1650s. Something about Hadrian's Wall. It's in the witch trials. This is some witch trial shit. Puritan. Absolute nonsense. But the main character is a naturopath, I suppose you call her. She's an herbalist, and she helps people as they need. But it's the panic. It's the OG satanic panic with witches, and she comes across a well at Hadrian's Wall, where she finds a dagger and some old god who's attached to the dagger. Again, I really, really love stories with old gods. It would be really cool if, obviously it's not like Arthurian or something, but it would be really cool if this dagger had some attachment to Morgana. That'd be pretty cool. Anyway, it gave me, at first, like, I saw the cover and it was like Snow Queen, or Witch Queen. Snow Witch. And I thought maybe some sort of fairy tale retelling with Elsa, but it's definitely different than that. I am excited. I haven't pre-ordered it, but I am excited. The only ones I've actually pre-ordered is Knave in the Moon and Threshing Day. Probably just gonna pre-order Scion or just buy it outright. I haven't totally decided yet. Anyway, there's a bunch of stuff coming out this fall because obviously fall is the best. Q3, Q4 is the best time for releases in my opinion, but I also tend to go for horror thrillers more often. Fantasy is great for winter. I feel like it's a good time to get all cozy and read. Maybe that's just me. But just a few things I'm looking forward to for September. I'm really bad about keeping track on what's coming out, but I am excited about these, and I should actually sit down and pay attention more. Pretty sure I missed some, too, that are hiding away in my very long... Like, I have lists that are on Amazon just to, like, keep everything in one spot, or Thrift Books also has lists. There's just so many things coming out. But if any of these are ones that you're picking up, I would love to know what you're excited about. If I did not talk about something that's coming out you're really excited about, I'd love to know. Happy reading, happy haunting. It is summer weed.